To another video, not part of the series, but we're going to be going over tithing. And in Genesis chapter 14, starting at verse 18, and Melchizedek, sovereign of Shalem, brought out bread and wine. Now he was the priest of the Most High El. Now we're going to go over to verse 20. And blessed be the Most High El, who has delivered your enemies into your hand, and he gave him a tenth of all. Tithe definition: 1/10 of annual produce or earnings formerly taken as a tax for the support of the church and clergy, pay or give as a tithe. Now, there's different meanings in this within scripture, and we're going to go over that. But have you heard or read about Michelle Brandon and David Taylor? As we go to Leviticus chapter 27, verse 30, and all the tithe of the land, of the seed of the land, or of the fruit of the tree belongs to, we have the name of God here, it is set apart too, we have the name of God again. And I encourage you to read the rest of this chapter. In Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 22, you shall tithe without fail all the yield of your grain that the field brings forth year by year. And you shall eat before, we have the name of God here, your Elohim, in the place where he chooses to make his name dwell. The tithe of your grain and your new wine and your oil and of the firstlings of your herds and your sheep, so that you learn to fear, we have the name of God here, your Elohim always. But when the way is too long for you, so that you are not able to bring the tithe, or when the place where we have the name of God here, your Elohim, chooses to put his name is too far from you, when we have the name of God again, your Elohim is blessing you, then you shall give it in silver, and shall take the silver in your hand, and go to the place which we have the name of God again, your Elohim chooses. And you shall use the silver for whatever your being desires, for cattle or sheep, for wine or strong drink, for whatever your being desires. And you shall eat there before, we have the name of God again, your Elohim, and you shall rejoice, you and your household. This scripture here tells you exactly what to do with your money. In Malachi chapter 3, verse 10, bring all the tithes into the storehouse, and let there be food in my house, and please prove me in this, said we have the name of God again, of hosts, whether I do not open for you the windows of the heavens, and shall pour out for you boundless blessing. Again, can you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner at your church? Do all the church members have access to the bills of the church so they can just pay it? Is there a special spot in service for tithes and offerings? Can you give a simple yes or no? Matthew 5:37. And if not, you know who it's coming from. I highly encourage you to read Matthew chapter 6 again. Is there a tithe and offering part in your service? I encourage you to read Matthew chapter 23, verse 23. Are they neglecting scripture? Matthew 25, verse 35. Who are you doing this for? Luke 3:11, I encourage you to read. 2 Corinthians 9, verse 7. Let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not of grief or necessity, for Elohim loves a joyous giver. It's what you decide. In 1 Timothy 6, verse 8, is there pastors in them okay with just food and covering? They can just